Hello everyone and welcome. Today's video is probably the final video in the series about counting in Chinese. Today we'll be counting over 9,000 into the 90,000 range of numbers. If you haven't watched my previous videos about this topic, I'll encourage that you go and watch those videos first and then come back and watch this video because then you will have a better idea of what's going on. For today's video, instead of me just rambling about how to count, I have actually decided to show you how to create a set of visual aids so that you can practice how to count at your own free time. So all you need are 2 or more pieces of paper, A4 size paper, in preferably 2 different colors. So the reason for that you'll find out later in the video. If you have ready-made cardstocks or if you have thicker cardstocks, you can also use them, for convenience or for durability. So what I did was that I divided a piece of paper into 10 equals sections. So I am now going to I've actually already cut out one set of the numbers. So I've already made it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Sorry, these are a little bit they upside down. So let me get them back in order. And I've made one set of numbers from 1 to 9. These are purely numbers that you can use in any position. And you can also make duplicate sets of these for cases where there are duplicated digits. For example, 555, in which case you would need 5 cuts. So you need 5, 5, 5. So now I'm gonna set this aside and I'm gonna show you what I did with the other one. So here's a little piece of paper. It was an A4 size of paper, but I just need 4 squares. You can extend this logic to beyond 10,000. You can extend it to millions or billions, but for today's purpose, I'm just going to show you how to count to the 10,000 position. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to cut this, separate this into individual cuts. I'm not very good at arts and crafts, so I think I made a little bit of a mistake here, but it's okay. So now I have 2 stacks of cuts. Let me just get them in order. This is the 10th position. Let's just call this the multipliers. So these are the multipliers: tens, hundreds, your thousands, and your 10,000s. So why do we need 2 sets of cuts? One of them is pure digit and the other one are multipliers. So you can have more sets of this, and for this you only require 1 set of. So for digits, for numbers below 10, it's quite trivial. So you just take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9 to 9. And if you want to represent 10, you don't need this is 10, so you don't need anything in front of it. So this is just a recap of what I have shown you in the past. So, but when you go to 100, you can't just say by. You need to use something in front of it. This is a multiplier, so 100 would be something like 100. And if I want to say something a bit more complex, for example, 760. Let's just construct 700. 700 is 7 multiplied by 100, so it's 700. And plus 60, 6, and 6 multiplied by 10. So this would be 760, and just read it out from, from your, I'm a bit confused now because I don't know how it looks on the screen. But it's read from the left hand side to the right hand side, so it's 760, 760. So I'm sure that's quite easy for you to understand. So if you want to say something, there's a little catch though. The number 2, as you can see, I've noted down 2, and this here. This character is called 2. For example, if you want to say 20, you would say something like this, 20. But then, when it gets to about 100, you can say, sometimes people would say 200, but sometimes people could also say 200, which means 200. So, if one says something like 210, that would be something like this, 210. So, but sometimes people also say 220, but that's a little bit unusual. So, yeah, so that's how you basically use this. So let's just have a really big number. 90,800 and 76. So first of all, you just have to do your math. 9 multiplied by 10,000, so that's 1. And then 8,008 multiplied by 1,000, which is 8,000. And then 700, 7 multiplied by 100. And 60, 6 multiplied by 10. So the way you read it is from the front. 9万8千7百60. So if you want to add something like a cute last digit at the end, you can add something like a 1, E. So that's all actually to counting in Chinese. Basically, it's kind of like mathematics. You just add up everything layer by layer, and it's actually quite easy if you get enough practice. And just as a quick recap, there are actually only 2 exceptions. The first exception is for anything that's 10. So for 10, you don't need to say 1 multiplied by 10 because that is self-explanatory. But for anything above 10, for example 100, so you have to add a multiplier 1. And the second exception is the number 2. When you want to say something like 20, it's 20. So you use the first one and here. And if you want to say something above 20, if you want to use it as a multiplier for hundreds or for example for thousands, it's pronounced as 2. So it's 2000. So this is 2000. And that's all to counting in Chinese, and we've counted up to 90,000. So as I said, you can make multiple copies of this. And I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you have learned something. If you enjoyed this video, you can help me out by giving me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more ASMR videos. And thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you next time. And until then, bye. But before you go, I just remembered, if you have any questions or if you have any comments, you can also leave them in the comments section below. So once again, bye.